Welcome to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events. By popular demand, Mr. Blake Jacobian is here. What do you have to say?
Hello.
You gotta talk to the mic. Don't lay on the microphone. Say hello.
Hello.
Apparently people want to see him in the videos, so I said, "Do you want to be in this video?" And he says, "No." He wants to watch his show real quick. So I said, "No, hold on a second. I gotta ask you questions. You're on the hot seat. You're on the hot seat. People like snow. Do you like snow, Mr. Blake? What do you like best about snow?
Going sledding.
Do you like going sledding?
Mm-hmm.
You like going real fast?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You like getting out of school?
Mm-hmm.
You do? Do you want more snow?
Mm-hmm.
You want Daddy to go sledding with you?
Mm-hmm. And Montana.
Oh, you want to go to Montana?
Mm-hmm.
You want to go snow skiing up there someday?
No, I want to go sledding.
Sledding in Montana. But you don't go snow skiing. Okay. You want to go watch your show?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so there you go, straight from the mouth of a 4-year-old. He wants more snow, so Daddy's got to deliver, right? Well, you know, I still think we're going to get a good chance for, what are we going to call this, Flurmageddon? The flurries, a little dusting out there, not a big deal for today. And I think the system coming in, we got another weak disturbance coming through Friday afternoon and evening, and that holds a little bit more moisture with it. This weekend poses most of a break, and then the models start to diverge a little bit for next week. But both are indicating at least one more round of wintry weather. The timing of all this is in question, and the strength, just like how this weekend, last weekend I was looking at the models for this upcoming weekend, and it showed just a gigantic storm, just dumping a ton of snow. And I was like, I don't know about that. And what's looking like it's going on is it's coming out in pieces like what we're seeing right now instead of just one big storm. So anyway, we're going to have another system to talk about next week. And again, we got one coming in Friday and another one coming in at the beginning of next week. And that one, this will come up and coming one tomorrow night has more moisture than the one we're experiencing now. But next week poses more of a threat for additional moisture. I've talked long enough. Don't you want to see the Thursday afternoon weather maps here on the Arkansas Weather Blog? By the way, I'll have the winter weather contest numbers updated as more snow. I mean, it seems like every day it snows at one of those locations, so I've got to keep updating it. All right, let's show you the model data for the GFS. Well, this is the NAM actually here, and it's reflectivity. It's simulated radar. And I'm just going to use this off of the weatherbell.com site for the system coming in on Friday afternoon and evening. Again, this is what radar should look like, and this is basically, it's never perfect, but it does show the wave of moisture. This is the 32-degree line right there, and we got one wave of moisture coming through that quickly goes away, and there it is tomorrow. This is Friday at noon, and we'll watch for the development out here around the Red River Valley of Texas and Oklahoma into western Arkansas. For a little bit of, see, it goes boom, boom, flies across central northern Arkansas. Then watch this and then we get more development late in the day according to this. And all this should be very much on the light side. This is Friday at 6 p.m. and it's showing you we got some light snow. This is maybe some rain or some sleet across southern Arkansas. This is the freezing line, which I think is going to be a little further south. And I think it won't be this far north. I think it'll be further south than this, straight through this area of the state especially. And then it drops south through central Arkansas according to the model, but I think it's already there. So this is, the radar. It looks like the bulk of this is going to happen late in the afternoon to the early evening. This is 9 o'clock Friday evening. And see how there's just a couple of flurries left over. That's midnight. And then it looks like it's basically out of here, and then the weekend dries out, and then I'll just take you out to 84 hours on this. Oh, what's that? What's this starting to come down? Well, now I'm going to go to a different source for... This is the next the situation. Now, the GFS, now I'm showing you the GFS, the afternoon run on Thursday. Really, I'm showing you the time period I was just showing you with the NAM. It doesn't show much, if any, moisture at all. A little bit northeastern Arkansas. But, these systems... with the very cold air in place, it doesn't take much to squeeze out some very light precipitation. When you melt down what we had out there today, and I'll have to look at the Climo report, but the very light snow, the dusting we had in central Arkansas today, if you were to melt that down, I think the most you would get is 1/100 of an inch. maybe a trace. So light. Very fluffy, light stuff. The bark is a lot worse than the bite. All right, so here's the GFS, and the models are not handling this very well at all. But Saturday looks like it may not be a bad day. Sunday, you can already see evidence of a new area of high pressure coming in, and there's a disturbance out here, and you can already get the look of an upslope flow here across the high plains of Texas and to Kansas, up into the western areas of those states, and this is Monday morning at 6 a.m. And you're already starting to see evidence of a surface low forming as energy pulls out of the west. And here we go. This is late in the day and Wednesday. Now, the models have been flip-flopping, timing, strength, placement, everything with this. But this is showing you the amount of precipitation that has fallen over the previous 6 hours. It's very important. So it's showing you that from noon Monday to 6 p.m., you've got precipitation coming down. You've got a 1036 millibar surface high. You see that in the black line right there, black circle. If you can make out these faint gray arrows, you're getting a northeasterly wind flow aloft. Again, if you want wintry precipitation in Arkansas, and that's me as long as it's snow, if you want wintry precipitation in Arkansas, you really have got to have an easterly component to the wind. Northeast, east, and usually when you get a southeast wind, that's those situations when the area of high pressure at the surface is retreating and you're going from a snow to rain situation. That's not the case here, but you have to have some sort of easterly component. You have a southwesterly component, west or northwest. Southwest is warming, west is warming, northwest downslopes off the higher elevations of the Ozarks, so that dries things out. So if you want precipitation, and it's showing a northeast wind here, so you got a cold pump of air, you got moisture overriding it. In this blue dashed line, that's what we call the 540 thickness line. And it's usually a good indicator of where the rain-snow line is indicating. Again, just remember, I'm just showing you one run of the model, and they've been all over the place. But it's showing quite a bit of precipitation, and if it's showing you melted down precipitation. And it's around 1/10 of an inch over the course of 6 hours. So it could lay down some accumulating snows. And then look what happens. That 540 line seeps further towards the south between 6 p.m. and midnight on Tuesday. And I think, this is a situation where the northern half of the state is getting snow, if this were to verify, if this were to be right. And south of this, I don't have the temperatures loaded up, the surface temperatures, but I think you'd be getting a sleet, freezing rain mixture across the south. I think that would be a good bet. I'd have to look at the temperature profile, but I'm just showing you, this is data that's just coming in right now. And it's still showing the system, the surface low tucked into here, and there's the high pressure, there's the cold pump. And again, now we'll go for the next 6 hours. So, all Monday night into Tuesday morning, it's still showing more precipitation. It's winding down, and then it's out of here. And then look what the model does. The high retreats, and now you've got the high over here. You got low pressure forming on the lee of the Rockies, and that's a warm wind developing. We may warm up some by the end of next week and get out of the deep freeze. Let me just refresh, and I got new panels that have come in. Yeah, it shows another. Okay, that's the wave Wednesday. Yeah, it shows a nice warming trend going into Thursday of next week. I'm not saying it's going to be 70 degrees by any stretch of the imagination. Not 70, but maybe temperatures that are more typical of February. So there you go. This is I'll show you the whole loop going right through that wave of moisture coming across. How strong, the timing of it. And again, that blue dashed line is usually a good indicator of it. But even at the beginning of this, I think you'll have some snow just south into here. You could. If this were to be right, I'd have to look at the temperature profiles. But just mark it down on the calendar and keep checking back here on the Arkansas Weather Blog. For more information, as usual, I'll do my very best to keep you updated on Facebook and on Twitter. We are the Arkansas Weather Blog, and we are your ticket to big weather events.